Seminar stepping stones, that's what this is in reference to. The first block of 10 videos is going to be under the banner or under the theme of binary, because it's a binary fucking system. Some of it will be reviewed for you guys, those of you who have been keeping up. Just the same, I'm going to show you some stuff. Alright, interneters. So here's the plan. This is in reference to those 10 videos that I've been alluding to. I think what I'm going to end up doing is Wednesday will be Anything Can Happen Day, and I'll upload at least one every single Wednesday for about 10 weeks. I think is the plan, or I'll just dump them all in there at once, I'm not sure. But Wednesday will be the day that something will arrive, either this week or next week. Most of you probably know who you are. I'm going to reach out and tell you how to get to it or where it's at. What was the other thing? I've had a day. There's something else I was going to rattle off. I guess the other bit to this is everybody else out there who I'm not going to contact, and you guys have just been popping in and cherry picking from me for fucking years. What the fuck are you doing? And if you want access to this, why don't you pull your head out of your ass already? I've been asking for over a decade, and some of you have been lingering. Some of you circle back. Some of it's obvious, some of it I'm sure I don't know about too. But it's pretty much a given. I got one gal who I kicked to the curb a long time ago in my main Instagram account. And she circled back to that numerous times. How do I know this? Because I blocked her for years. And she apparently was checking, because when I unblocked her, day one, she popped up within hours. Sorry, puppers. I mean, it's pretty telling, wouldn't you agree? Either way, what the fuck do I know? Yeah, so be excited, you know who you guys are. But I haven't reached out yet to tell you this jazz. They're the details. All right, thanks for hanging out. Right. I forgot the last bit. So that gal that I was complaining about, who circled back after I unblocked her, she quite literally did so within, I think it was within hours. And I wanted to know. And she did, and she sent me a friend request. What I was going to say is, she hasn't gone to any of the other platforms that I'm aware of. You never know. Maybe she's in incognito mode, and it doesn't tell me when somebody subscribes. So maybe she is popping into some of those, and doing her thing. But if that's the case, she's also not clicking like, because that would pop up and show me who clicked like, in theory. Hasn't happened. What the fuck do I know? People are scum. There's always an additional thought with me. So here's the additional thought. So I'm trying to think of how many people. Maybe I won't mention how many people, but the group of people who I'm planning to invite to this jazz, what I thought about doing is seeing if you guys would all consent to this, but you guys don't have to do it this way. If every single one of you just clicks the little heart thing, or if every single one of you just chimes in and introduces yourself to everybody else in the comments, maybe. Again, depending on if it's TikTok or Instagram. Those are probably the two platforms I'll probably end up using, one or the other, or both. I'm not quite sure yet. If you're not all on board with both of those, then it's going to be just one of those. If everybody doesn't have TikTok, then I'll use Instagram. If everybody only has TikTok, I'll only use TikTok. But this is something I thought, in case you guys want to do a meeting of the minds and do what I've been trying to get people to do, technically with me, to build up the information and to work together. So if you guys introduce yourselves that way, that's one way I've thought about doing this. Or if you guys, what I started off with, consented to this, I'm trying to think how else to do it. We could send each other a message with everybody's name, or at least a profile image, or some sort of way to contact one another, in other words. But if you guys are all in a private account, which is what these will be, or this will be, just chime in, and then everybody could technically touch base from there. I was just trying to think of how we could do a meet and greet, in terms of a digital format. And I'm me, so I just overthought the shit out of it, and I apologize, because that's just how my brain works. I'm a deconstructionist, and that's the wind slamming my door, so it's time for me to shut up.